360 fishing. So today the video idea that I'm going to be doing and using, I got the idea from John B's video, also known as Fishing in the Midwest before, but like now John B. Yeah, so anyways, I got this video challenge idea from him. He did it a little while back, a few months ago I think it was, and he used, I think it was four different lures. He used a black and blue crankbait, black and blue spinnerbait, a black and blue craw, then I think there's something else but I can't remember. Might have been a stick bait, I'm not sure. But yeah, so I got that video idea from him. I'm just using a couple different lures than he did. So I'm doing a black and blue lure challenge, and so I got 3 different rod and reels set up, and then 3 different lures, so I have to catch fish on each of these lures. It doesn't have to be just one fish per lure. I can catch multiple on the same one if I want, but I want to try to get each lure knocked out and catch a fish on each one of them. So the first one I have set up is this, it's on my Carbon ZR Speed Stick combo, or had the Laser RZ. So I got, I think, 16-pound fluorocarbon, and I got a little black and blue jig. So that's what that looks like. I don't have a trailer on it because I want to keep it real simple and not too bulky of a presentation. I wanted it more simplistic looking, so that's what I'm using for one of the other lures. The next one I'm going to be using will be this craw. So I have it on my Black Max by Iba Garcia. It's the 2nd generation, I believe. Oops. So I have this little craw. This is what I would typically use for a trailer on that jig. It's a little craw, black and blue craw. It's got like real good texture on it, and it's got coffee scent. So I got it Texas rigged, and I got it on with a 1/8 ounce bullet weight. So I have it with, I think it's 12-pound fluorocarbon. I'm really bad at remembering what line I have on these, but so that's another one. I think this one should be pretty easy to knock out. So there's the little craw. Let's see. And then the next thing I have is this should probably be the easiest thing to catch one on. It looks a little weird because I have 3 little split shot weights on it, but they're really small. It's probably barely even noticeable. Because with this pound test line, it won't sink, and so I need some weight on it, so I'm hoping this will help. I know this will work. So it's a little wacky rig senko. Obviously it's black and blue, considering that it's the black and blue challenge. So this should be a real easy one to knock out. Catch multiple on this probably. Little tiny hook on it, because you don't want anything too big, because the smaller, not necessarily the smaller you can go, but you want a smaller hook for wacky rig senkos and drop shots. Like I use the same hook for drop shots. So I got 12-pound fluorocarbon, and it's on my American Hero Speed Stick Spinning Cabo, which is a 6'6" medium fast taper action rod. So this should really work and come in handy for catching the timid little bass who want something of a simpler and more finesse presentation. So I'm going to be trying this out and hoping to catch some fish. So those are the 3 lures I have for this challenge: the jig, the craw, and the senko, all black and blue. So I'm hoping that I can complete this challenge, catch multiple fish on each lure. So let's see what we can do. And as always, please comment some video ideas and ideas that I can do in my next future videos, because my last video I did a challenge video as well, 4-lure challenge. Go check that out if you haven't watched it already. So yeah, stay tuned and let's catch some fish. Something had it. Got one, guys. On the craw. little one. On the little craw, caught this little tiny 1/4 pound bass, like I did in the last video. But hey, it's a good sign. Catch more on the craw. Craws are fun to fish. So, fish number 1. Release. Whoa! Right there. There he goes. Oh, got one. Ooh. That's a better one. 2 pounds, 3 pounds. It's probably a 2-pounder or so on the little craw, right in the side of the mouth. Its tail's all bit off, looking from probably spawning. So, there's this one. It's getting back in the water. There she goes. Oh. First cast, guys, on the senko. Sick. Nice. Okay, guys, there's the bass on the senko. Hooked him right in the top of the mouth. It's good. Perfect hook set. Let's get him in. So there's the craw and then the senko all done. Nice. Got one. Right out in the middle, guys. Tiny little bass. Nice. Put one on in. Nice. Tiny little bass. That's it. Bleeding. There's fish number 2 on the senko, guys. I don't want to lip him because he's bleeding kind of pretty bad. Fish number 2. Ooh, fishy got it. I got one. And bass on the senko again. Barely even hooked. Bassy number 3 on a little black and blue senko. All we need left is the craw, but I've been having a tough time with not the craw, with the jig. I need to catch a fish on the jig. Been having trouble with the jig, so that's the 3rd fish on the senko. Hey guys, it's a bit later in the day. It's about now 7:30 p.m. So I wanted to come out here a little bit later, see if the bite turns back on. I'm using my jig now. I ended up putting the little trailer on it. I think that's why I might have been struggling. Maybe it needed more of a realistic presentation, cover up the big hook, something. So I got the jig. That's all I need to catch one more on, at least one. But then I have my spinning rod just in case I want to catch some bass on the senko again for fun. And then later, once it gets a bit closer to sunset, I'm going to be using a popper on this rod and see if we can get some topwater action too, and I'll put in this video also at the end. So let's see what we can get. Oh, got one. Oh, this is big, guys. This is a big one. It's, oh God, stay down. It might not be that big, but it feels good. Where is it? There he is. Right here. On the jig. Yes. Catch you. Come on. I'll flip you up. There we go. It's a pretty decent one, probably a pound and a half, 2 pounds. We can wait for fun, I guess. Okay, there we go. Challenge is complete. Jig fish is done. All 3 lures are done. What was that, on my first cast too with the jig? Sweet. Little jig fish on that black and blue little jig. Let's get a weight on him. Whoa. Okay. This guy will maybe stop. $1.14. Pound 14. Nice little fish on the jig. Okay. Just set this down right there. Pound 14 ounces, almost 2 pounds. Awesome. Let's release him. There she goes. Pretty little fish. There we go, guys. That was the little black and blue lure challenge. Just caught that last bass on the black and blue jig. I put the craw on there as a trailer towards the end, maybe give it a more realistic presentation. Maybe that's why I had a tough time using it, because it didn't look too realistic. But we got that little challenge complete. I can see if I can catch some more on the jig or my senko, because I got that with me right now. And then as it gets closer to the sunset, we can try to catch some fish on top water. So we'll just see how this all goes. And if that was the last fish, then thank you guys for watching. If not, then you'll see the rest of the catches. Okay, so let's see. Oh. Whoa, guys, big jump. Oh, whoa there. On the senko. There we go. Swimming at me. There he is. Pretty okay one. There we go. Bit smaller, I think, than the last. Let's get you over here. That jump, though, that's sweet. There we go. Came out very easily. Probably pound and a quarter or so, I'd say. Nice little bass. Get them released pretty quick. There we go. Come on. Swim away. There you go.